All right, today we're diving into something that feels like it's straight out of science fiction, but it's very, very real. We're talking about cybersecurity, and specifically an AI that is learning to think, act, and yes, even hack, just like a human expert. The tool at the center of all this is called Pentest GPT, and honestly, it could change everything we know about digital defense. Let's get into it.
So, just start with this question for a moment. What if an AI could do more than just follow a pre-written script? What if it could actually reason its way through a super complex digital defense system, spot the weaknesses, and even plan an attack? All for the good guys, of course. That's the powerful idea right at the heart of what we're exploring today. But, before we can really appreciate how this AI hacker works, we first need to understand the problem it was built to solve. And to do that, we have to step into the high-stakes, high-pressure world of ethical hacking.
For decades, penetration testing, or pen testing as it's known, has been a deeply, deeply human job. It's this fascinating game where security experts are literally paid to break into systems, all to find the vulnerabilities before the bad guys do. It's a complex, creative, and incredibly painstaking process.
And that's where we hit the big challenges. Traditional pen testing takes a ton of time. It demands this level of expertise that's frankly pretty rare and expensive. And because it relies so much on human effort, it's really hard to scale up. And let's be honest, even the absolute best experts can sometimes miss something critical.
So, with those challenges laid out, the stage is perfectly set for a brand new player to enter the scene. A powerful new kind of tool designed not to replace the human expert, but to make them way, way better.
At its core, what we're talking about is an autonomous agent. Now, this isn't just some simple script that runs from A to B. No, this is an AI that can perceive its digital environment, make its own decisions, and take actions to achieve a goal. And its mission? To test a system's security by basically mimicking the entire thought process of a human expert.
And that brings us to the star of the show. The official description from its creators calls Pentest GPT an AI-powered autonomous penetration testing agent. Now, that might sound like a mouthful, but it's not just marketing speak. It's a really precise description of what this thing can do.
And let's be super clear here. This is not science fiction. Pentest GPT is a real, working research prototype. It was even published at USENIX Security, which, if you don't know, is one of the top, most respected cybersecurity conferences in the entire world. That gives this project some serious credibility.
Okay, this all sounds incredible, right? But how does it actually work? I mean, how can a piece of software possibly replicate the intuition, the logic, and the creativity of a seasoned, ethical hacker?
Well, the magic is in what the developers call an agentic pipeline. Think of it as a continuous reasoning loop. First, the AI analyzes the target system. Then, based on what it finds, it formulates a step-by-step plan. Next, it actually executes the right security tools for the job. And finally, and this is the absolute key, it learns from the results and adapts its plan, starting the whole cycle over again.
So you see, this isn't just simple automation, it's autonomous reasoning. It's that ability to analyze, plan, act, and then learn from its actions that allows this AI to tackle problems that would normally need a human expert's full, undivided attention.
So let's move away from the theory and get practical. What does this agent actually look like when it's in the hands of a security professional? What can it do?
Well, for starters, it's incredibly versatile. The research shows it's built to handle a huge range of challenges, from poking holes in websites and cracking encryption to reverse engineering software and even doing digital forensics. It's like a true Swiss Army knife for cybersecurity.
The developers also built in features that real testers actually need. You could save and resume a session, which is huge for long projects. You can literally watch over the AI's shoulder and see it work in real time. And it's all built inside a secure Docker container, which is basically a safe, self-contained digital sandbox. That's a critical safety practice in this field. And the community has definitely taken notice. A quick look at its GitHub page shows over 9,700 stars. Now, in the open source world, that is a massive vote of confidence. It shows that developers and security pros are genuinely excited about where this project is headed. So, what does a tool like Pentest GPT mean for the bigger picture? What does the future of cybersecurity even look like now that AI agents are in the mix?
And this is probably the most important takeaway of all. This is not about replacing human hackers. It's about creating a powerful partnership. The best way to think of Pentest GPT is as a co-pilot for the security analyst. It's there to handle the repetitive, tedious grunt work, which frees up the human expert to focus on high-level strategy and creative problem-solving.
And this synergy is what's so powerful. Humans bring that deep expertise, that creative spark, that strategic intuition.
The AI co-pilot brings unbelievable speed, automation, and data analysis to the table. And together, they form a team that is just far more effective than either could ever be alone. It really is the best of both worlds.
This technology is so incredibly promising for defense, but it does leave us with one final, lingering thought. As these AI agents get more and more powerful on both sides of the cybersecurity fence, for the good guys and the bad guys, are our defensive strategies, our policies, and our own skills ready for this new era? It's a huge question we're all going to need to answer, and probably pretty soon.